Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see, getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's the preacher and the prophet and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brink of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go? Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to J.P. Parisi Arena here in the campus of Shattuck St. Mary's in beautiful Faribault, Minnesota. It's their final regular season game for girls hockey here in the Shattuck campus. It's your Shattuck St. Mary's Sabres 16U squad taking on the Thunderbay Queens. Your starting lineup for Coach Ellie is going to be Charlotte Lee, Matea Conklin, and Nora Patak up front. Your blue liners are going to be Jaden Krushelniski and Gianna Monaco holding the blue line. In between the pipes, number 30, Addie Hoppy, and there's 17 minutes on the clock to get this contest underway, and the Sabres are working from left to right if you're listening on the radio. Jay Crush up over to MC. MC across the saber line. Gonna fire one in from center. On top of the dashboard, wrapping around behind the net. Into the left wing corner. Wrigley gonna cycle back here to the near side for Koski. And Koski gonna fire one across. Off the shin guards of Molnar. Picked up here on the loose change is gonna be Ricciardi, who sends one to center to Gunn. Intercepted by King. Into the left wing corner is going to be Koski picking up the loose change. Left to right, cycling it back into the left wing corner, far side. Wrigley going to fire one up the boards towards Gunn. Gunn looking for Chow. Broken up by Tomasina Cinquino, better known as Tommy C to her fans. Knocked down there by Camo, picked up by Wrigley. Going to drop it over here to Koski. Koski here to the near side. Koski fires one forward. Enter the left wing, right wing corner from Vigne's stick. Manella on the forecheck. Down behind the goal line. Vernig giving chase. Going down is going to be Jocelyn Field. And sent out to the point here to Grant. Coming out is going to be Ligda. Back here to the near side for the Queens. Firing from the right point. Knocked down by Andy Hall. Picked up by Camo. Poke check loose by Ligda here to the near side. Vignay picks up the loose change here on the left wing half wall. The Sabres are wearing their home whites with maroon around the shoulder pads along with white socks. Going to be a black and maroon piping around the armbands, waist, and socks. Shells are going to be black. Helmets are black. Gloves are black with maroon trim. Off the shin guards of Ligda at the blue line, picked up by Jocelyn Field. Field and Belanger. Eva Belanger, top of the left wing circle, fires it across field. Just missing off the right side is going to be Field off her stick, trickling into the right wing corner. The Thunderbay Queens, dressed in their black jerseys, black socks, black shells, going to be red and white piping around the armbands, waist, and socks. And down in the left wing corner is going to be Charlotte Lee. Sent over here from Belanger to Patak. Saved by the netminder of the Queens. Charlotte Lee going to muscle one up the right wing half wall, cut off by Stokoluk, and it's picked up by Moore. Thrown out before Gianna Monaco out of the zone as it caroms into the Sabre territory. Over to Emma Pape. Emma Pape, the Demon Barber of 5th Street. This is better known to some of her teammates. Juliana Golden fires one in the left wing glass. If you know, you know. Left wing corner, Golden coming down low. Popped it loose for Moore. Moore down the net for Patak. Patak here to the right corner. Out to Pape. Off her stick, it goes out of the zone. It'll be Pape and Jay Crush going to get it. Krushelnicki, left wing side behind the net of Hoppy. Jaden goes up the ice, looking for Golden. Out of the zone it goes, into the hands of Wrigley. Wrigley back the other way, referee jumping up in the air so it doesn't hit his skates, and we're going to have to tell him to get out of the way. Charlotte Lee makes a move with blue line. Just across she goes in the neutral zone. Hits Tommy C. Knocked down inside the blue line. Kick forward by Tommy C. Over here to the near side. The Queens regrouping. Koski intercepted by Cinquina as they're looking for the cross ice pass the gun and sent in the left wing corner. Grant picking it up with King on the forecheck. Over here to the near side. Pass Molnar. Chow tied up by Krushelnicki. Will be hauling a one-on-one against Gunn. Gunn tipped one up in the air, trying to do a little chipper around Hall. She snuffs it out. Cinquino sends one forward to Molnar. Molnar at the blue line kicks one forward. In off the hands of Koski into the left wing corner. The left wing half wall it goes. Out of the zone into neutral ice for Josie Vernig. Vernig here at center. Picked her pocket is going to be Vignay in front of Hall. Vernig on the back check. Forced Vignay to throw it away in the right wing corner. MC now going to pick up Vignay. Over to the right wing half wall off of the stick of Belanger. Collected by Hall. Hall behind Hoppy. Hits the brakes and goes to the outside, reversing the ice. And MC chips one off the glass out of the zone. Eva Belanger going to muscle her way down on the left wing corner. Hanging on to it, trying to go to work against Bannister. Puck is loose along the left wing half wall. MC back to Belanger. Belanger pushing it up the boards. Bouncing one out to the point for Vernig. Or for Hall, rather. Hall to Belanger. Down to the corner for MC. Belanger fires a one-timer, and we get a save by, let's see, the netminder there is going to be Moen in net. At 12:27 to go here in period number 1. Face off to the left wing circle. Your lineup out there now is going to be Conklin, Belanger, and Ligda out front. Pape and Vernig on D. MC on the half wall against Parker. Coming in is Belanger. Dragged forward by the Queens. Pushing it up the ice against Vernig. Vernig going to collect it at center. And a little backhand pass over to Pape. Pape forward to Ligda. Tipped inside the right wing corner down behind the net of Moen. Collected by Wrigley right to left. Met by Conklin. Pushing it up the strong side on the far side. And it's met by Vernig at center. Chipped into the right wing corner by Stokoluk. And it'll be collected by Emma Pape. Right to left. Pape, the Demon Barber, sends one up here towards Ligda. Intercepted by Grant inside the zone. Pape going to collect the loose change. And down behind the goal line for Vernig. Vernig tried to sauce one out. Off the shin guards of Gunn. Collected by Field. Field dragging one forward to the neutral zone. Tries a toe drag around. Blocked by Chow. Loose change for Josie. Josie across blue line, makes the move, left wing, hash marks, trying to fire a shot off the post here to the near side. Blowing a tire is going to be Lee. Gets back up though, and collects loose change for Field. Field to Lee. Back over to Field. Field, right wing hash marks, trying to drag one to the net. She does, but it's stopped by the Queens, and here they come the other way. Going to be Grant, going to fire one in off the stick of Gianna. Gianna just took a stick to the head there. And loose change picked up by Jay Crush. Krushelnyski here to the near side, met by one, drops it for Lee. Lee goes cross ice looking for Golden. That puck's going to go down for the icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 11:09 to go here in the period. Face-off goes to the left wing circle to the right of Happy. Your lineup out there now will be Lee and Golden in the slot. Jocelyn Field on your draw. Krushelnyski on the half wall. Gianna Monaco in the slot. Down behind the goal line, 4-8. Monaco far side, hitting the brakes. Sends one back here to the near side, looking for Krushelnyski towards the Zamdors, picked up by Manella. Manella sends one to Vignier, met by Field down behind the goal line. Here comes Gianna, going to take Vignier. Oh, Gianna came crushing it hard, looking to lay out for Vignier. And the puck slides over here to the near side for Field. Home over left wing circle, left wing bottom of the goal line. Krushelnyski runs Manella off the puck. Jay Crush going to pick it up. Little Gorbatenko flip around to Golden. Kept in at the blue line there by the Queens. Finally muscled out into the hands of Krushelnyski, who sends it over here to G. G, right up the ice to Juliana's going to fire one in. Cut off by Koski, down to the corner for Parker. Here comes Molnar on the forecheck. Bottom of the right circle. Koski goes towards it. Molnar crashing the net there, forcing Moen to freeze the puck at 10:23. Face-off goes to the right wing circle. In the offensive zone for the Maroon Marauders. Your lineup out there now will be Molnar at center. Tommy Little 5 in a slot. King on the right wing half wall. Vernig and Hall on D. Out to the right point. Kept in by King. King looking to send one to Hom on goal line. Right and left, here it goes. Picked up by Andy Hall, left wing half wall. Touches it out to Cinquino, who sends it over to Josie Vernig. Vernig fires one. Shot blocked by Stokaluk. And it'll be picked up by Hall at center. Sabres looking to regroup now. Hall makes a move to the outside. Chipped in by Cinquino. Puck slides into the left wing corner. Molnar on the forecheck. Moore hits the brakes and Cinquino intercepts. Back behind the goal line it goes. King coming in to pop it loose. King, left wing faceoff. Dot comes in, fires a shot. Saved by Moen. Rebound out front for Molnar, and it's going to be a Sabres goal on the rebound at 9:44 to go here in the period. Let's see the replay, folks. Coming in is going to be King firing the shot, and it'll be Molnar on the rebound at 9:44 to go here in the period. So Molnar from King at 9:44, and the Sabres take the lead as we make our way back out to center ice. It's going to be Conklin, Patek, and the pride of Quebec, Ava Belanger up front. It's going to be Emma Pape and G on D. Here comes the Queens. Chow throws one into the hands of Pape. Pape over to MC, picked off by Ricciardi, right back in the hands of Pape. Pape goes D to D to G. G up to Patek. Patek try to slam one over to Belanger. She does. Belanger, top left circle. Pop loose by Gunn for Patek. Patek fires a shot. Shot blocked by the Queens and up and out of play over behind the net it goes at 9:21. And another offensive zone face-off for the Sabres. Face-off right in front of us in the zone there. Conklin heads to the half wall. Belanger to the slot. Patek going to make your draw. Make that Pape going to the half wall. MC out of blue line. G playing safety in the middle. Patek wins the draw towards Conklin. MC right hash marks. Cut off by Chow. Pushing it up is going to be Ricciardi. Ricciardi one-on-one against Pape. Going to wrap it around from left to right. Gianna in the right wing corner along the hash marks. Sends one towards Belanger. Belanger popped one up and out of play and almost had Coach Kill spitting chiclets, folks. I'm assuming Shattuck St. Mary's has dental insurance for their coaching staff, but I'm not positive. Face-off goes into the right wing circle to the left of Hoppy. Patek on your draw against Vignier. It'll be McConklin, Krushelnyski, and Belanger in the slot. And be Hall on the half wall. Vignier comes away with the puck in the right wing corner, met by Hall and Patek. Sliding it up the boards towards Belanger, who's going to drag one back into the corner and drops it off for Andy Hall. Hall bouncing it over to Krushelnyski. Jay Crush, little patience there. Met by two, bounces one up off the glass towards MC. And Bannister throws it right back in the hands of Krushelnyski. Now to Hall. Hall up towards Belanger. Belanger at the blue line, trying to muscle one in. She does over to Patek, and it's cut off by Camo. Patek on the defensive side, slides on to Hall, who fires a shot, bouncing off the glove of Moen into the right wing corner. Krushelnyski pinching. Up off the glass, now to the dasher board in the left wing corner, sliding over from Belanger. Sends one to the point for Hall. Hall fakes the shot, gets it back to Belanger. Sliding it over to Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski to the right wing corner for Ligda. Ligda right to left behind Moen now. Run off by Parker. Ligda sends one back here to the near side. Coming in is Belanger on the forecheck. And the Queens tip one out of the zone off the stick of Manila down in the left wing corner. Should be an icing, and it is. We're going to bring that one all the way back. 8:04 to go here in period number 1. Coach Ellie goes for the line change. It'll be Vernig and Paponti along with Golden, Charlotte Lee, and Ligda up front. Vernig has the half wall. Ligda in the slot. Lee on your draw. Face off one by Moore. And here comes the Queens. Slam one out past Golden, and it's going to slide all the way in the left wing corner by the Zamdorns for Pape. Emma Pape going to work. Left to right behind Hoppy. Picked up by Vernig. Vernig going to hit the brakes and cuts back to the outside. Drops it off for Lee. Lee cuts back to the middle. Slides it over here to the near side for Golden. Golden back to Lee. Lee carrying it inside the Queen territory. Lee tries to fire one off the end boards down low for Vernig. Picked up by Wrigley. Vernig popped it loose for Man. Man of the Queens going to pull it forward. Out to the zone it goes into the hands of Emma Pape. Pape fires one in the right wing corner. Going to be slowed up by Moen. Going to work is going to be Wrigley behind the net. Lee coming into the forecheck. Sliding out the far side for Gunn. Gunn uses Bob. Pucks one up to Monaco. Monaco gets knocked off the puck for Gunn. Here comes Pape. Pape gets a piece of it and up in the netting and out of play it goes. At 7:17 to go here in period number 1. Face off to the right wing circle. Addie to Heidi Hoppy's left. Monaco makes her way to the half wall. Molnar on your draw against Ricciardi. Tommy C, King, and Jay Crush in the slot. Right wing corner for Monaco. Monaco met by Gunn. Coming in is Chow. Loose change picked up by Molnar. Giving over to Crush. Jay Krushelnyski going to work. Far side. Right wing Hasberg. Little Gorbatenko flipper. Out of play it goes. Smacked somebody in the dome there on the Sabre benches. Looks like it got Ligda. That's 7:02. That's why they wear helmets and cages at this level. That way Ligda's not spitting chiclets. Back in the right wing circle. Molnar on the draw. Ricciardi slammed it forward. Coming in is Gianna. Beat to it by the Queens. Picked up here by King. King left wing corner. Given over to Jay Krushelnyski. Number 4 going to work. Out to TC in the neutral zone. It goes. Fired right back towards Hoppy, who makes the blocker save. Rebound over here to G. G over to King. Queens went for the line change. Carrying it in is King. King down low for Molnar. Cinquino heads to the middle. Broken up there by the Queens. Picked up by King. King over to Jaden Krushelnyski. Fired by Monaco. Tipped by Cinquino into the glass. Into the right left wing corner for King. King left wing Hasman. Sends over to Krushelnyski. Fires one. Knocked down by Cinquino. Pop loose by Molnar in the slot. Loose change collected by Vignier. Back up here to the near side. Monaco coming in against Manila. Left wing side. Monaco comes over. Get a piece of it to Vignier. Firing off the back of the net is going to be number 20. Krushelnyski comes in and knock it loose behind the net. And she reverses over here to the near side, right to left. Krushelnyski against Camo. Sends one over to King. Off her stick to Bannister. She fans on the pass. And pass King going right back the other way. Krushelnyski unable to get a line change in. Manila coming in. Centering pass intercepted by Andy Hall. Hall makes a move to the outside around man. Belanger left, Conklin right. Here comes Hall, dropping it off for Belanger. Top of the left circle. Towards the middle she goes. Puck is loose for the Queens. Reversing the ice. Here to Hall. Gets on a piece of it and carries it out of the zone. Dropping it off for Josie Vernig. Vernig back to Hall. Hall curling around to her forehand, then cuts back. Top of the left circle. Sliding it over to Field. Field at center. Broken up by Moore. Loose change back to Field. Pop free by Stokaluk. Stokaluk in front of Vernig. Stokaluk unable to control into the hands of Josie Vernig. And Vernig here to the near side. Puck protection style. Vernig comes across center with speed. Exploding into the blue line. Cross the right wing corner. Gets taken down there by Grant. Gunn on the far side. Makes a move around Field. Here comes Gunn with speed. Towards Belanger. Right wing side. Drops it off top of the right circle. Firing a shot. Saved by Hoppy at 5:04 to go here in the first. Face-off going to go to the right wing circle. In the offensive zone for the Queens to the left of Hoppy. It'll be Patak making her way out there on the draw. Pape and G on D with Lee and Ligda in the slot. Patak sends it in the right wing corner for Monaco. Monaco D-to-D pass to Pape. Pape over to Lee. Tipped out of the zone. It'll be Kuski going to get it. All the way down for the icing first. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 4:53 to go here in the period. Right wing, making a left wing circle draw to the right of Hoppy. Lee and Ligda in the slot with G. Attack on your draw and Pape on the half wall. Face off one towards Pape, picked up by Gunn. Out to the point for Koski. Back here to left wing half wall to Gunn. Coming in is Lee. Out far side, one-timer saved by Hoppy. Rebound directed here to the near side for Lee. Poke check loose by Pape. Firing back out to Grant, coming out is Ligda. Over to Koski, looks to fire a shot. Shot blocked by Ricciardi. Back in front, Gunn just missing as she's looking to get off that right post. Grant going to carry one in the corner. Monaco pinned in by 2. Going down is going to be one of the girls, Gunn that is. Knocked loose and Lee picks it up. Lee here to the near side. Across center she goes. Down towards the right wing circle. Charlotte Lee fires a shot wide left of Moen. Rebound on the left wing half wall far side. Picked up by Camo over the stick of Ligda. Puck's going to slide all the way down. No icing. They say it was tipped. Slowed up by Hoppy. Picked up by Krushelnyski. Jaden going to work. Spins one forward to Lee. Spinning dime puck entering the zone for Tommy C. Knocked loose by the Queens. Manila couldn't get a handle on it. Picked up by King at center. And the Sabres regrouping. Backhand pass forward for Hall. Hall going in. Left wing face on the head for the TC. Chinquito fires the backhand shot. Saved by Moen. And King on the rebound tried to fire a shot. Moen makes another save. Let's see if we can check the replay on that one, folks. That was a nice little play. Hall slides one over to Chinquino. Chinquino on the backhand. Fired a backhand shot. Saved by Moen. King on the rebound fired a shot. Moen makes another great save. 3:44 to go here in the period. It'll be King on your draw. Golden in the slot. And Tommy C. top of the left wing circle. The puck went right towards the end of Moen. And we'll do it once again from the left wing circle. Your blue liners are going to be Hall and Krushelnyski. King against Vignier, one over to TC, drops it over to Hall. Hall trying to send one towards Moen. Behind the net it goes into the right wing corner for Krushelnyski. Jaden, top of the right circle, giving over to Golden. Golden sends one into the corner. Down behind the goal line, popped it loose out of the zone, I should say, back to Hall. Hall at center, giving over to Krushelnyski, sends one over here to Golden. Golden trying to push one inside the zone, cut off by the Queens. Back in the hands of Dylan King. King to Golden, trying to slide one around Bannister, and the Queens pick it up. Vignier picks it a loose change, sends it out to Manella. Manella at center, met by Golden. Now King on the back check. King going to get a piece of it, sends it towards the Sabre benches. Loose change for TC. Over to Golden, just missing off of Juliana's stick. Right wing side, Koski coming in, loose change for Wrigley. Juliana slashed the stick out of Koski's hand, no call. Sent behind Belanger here into the hands of Moore. Moore, high left side, firing a shot, saved by Hoppy, directed in the right wing corner for Mann. Popped loose by Hall, picked up by Moore. Belanger off her skates, and battle ensues along the half wall there, won by the Queens. Out here off the stick of Belanger, looking to go to the defenseman. Conklin comes in, kept in by the Queens. Stokeluk here behind the goal line, looking for the give and go from Mann. Mann, left to right now, right wing corner. Moore sending it out to the point. Into the middle it goes. Stokeluk unable to get that shot off as it was blocked by Krushelnyski, and Jocelyn Field collects the loose change. Field with plenty of time and space now. Here she goes. Makes the move across center now inside of Queen territory. Fakes the shot. Comes in the right wing corner. Poke checked away by the Queens. Off the stick of McConklin. Puck's going to slide towards the Queen benches. Picked up by Gunn. Gunn going to fire one in, but it's picked up here by Pape. Pape cross ice quick to MC. MC couldn't get a handle on it. Over in the hands of Ricciardi, who drops it off into the right wing corner. Going down is going to be Grant. Loose change out of the zone for Chown. Into the hands of Belanger. Poke check by Chown. Chown going to pick it up in front of Vernig. Left wing corner. Chown left to right looking to hit the brakes. Vernig doesn't bite on the fake. Going dragging around the right wing corner. Vernig still harassing. Picked off there by King. King let right wing head make that Patak. Off the skates of Patak. Firing on over the net of Hoppy is going to be the Queens. Picked up by Grant, who fires a shot. That puck slid through the blue paint. Over to Belanger. Behind the back pass to Patak. Patak versus 3. Patak kicks one inside the zone. Right wing corner. Knocked off the puck by Vignier. Here to the near side. Thrown out in the neutral zone into the hands of Vernig, who fires a backhand shot into the right wing corner. And Grant going to connect it behind the goal line of Moen. Wrapping it around here to the near side. Manila. Knocked loose in the neutral zone. Picked up by Vignier. Met by Molnar and Patak. Now loose change for Manila. Firing a shot over the glove of Hoppy. And at 59.4 seconds to go here in the period, we have ourselves a tie game as Manila scores one to tie it up, folks. And make our way back out to center ice. Your lineup out there now will be King, Lee, and Chinquino up front. It'll be Krushelnyski and G on D. D passing back and forth from Krushelnyski and G. Sent into the zone off the stick of King. Going to be Tommy C on the forecheck. Kept in by Gianna pinching towards Tommy C. Tommy Little Fine going to work over to G. G, left point, sends it to Krushnitsky, one-timer, knocked down in front by Bannister. Puck is shot by Lee, wrapping around on the far side. Lee, one work, tries to fire one over to Cinquino, sent out of the zone by the Queens, and that's going to go down for the icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 27.9 seconds to go here in period number 1. Face-off goes to the left wing circle. In the offensive zone for the Sabres, it's King, Lee, and Tommy C up front. Krushelnyski and G on D. Moore on the draw. One into the left wing corner for Ferris. Or Grant, rather. I apologize. Cinquino along with Lee. Lee making her way towards the net. Blocked by the Queens. Wrapping it around here to the near side for Krushelnyski, who digs it out of the wall at the blue line. Walking the line like Johnny Cash. Krushelnyski fires a shot just wide left. Rebound into the inboard. Slammed out here to the near side. Kept in by G. G back up the hard wall. Half wall to King. Firing one out of the zone is going to be the Queens. That puck's going to slide down by Hop. He's going to make the save. And that sound is the end of the first period. So at the end of one, it's 1-1 here at JP Parise Arena as we head to the first intermission. This first intermission brought to you by Villaggio's Italian Ristorante in Roselle, Illinois. Villaggio's voted the #1 Italian restaurant in Roselle by me and Rocky. Stop in and see Berto, Edgar, Hugo, Brenda. Tell them I said hi, folks. Enjoy the intermission. Welcome back, folks, for the 11 people in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready for some second period hockey. Your starting lineup here for the second period. Belanger, Field and Golden up front. It's going to be Vernig and Hall on D. Eddie Hoppy has that. 17 minutes around the clock. And the Sabres are working from right to left if you're listening on the radio. Benches are on the far side along with the penalty boxes. Making a move is Golden. Golden, right face off the, fires a shot off the crossbar. Rebounds here to the near side. It's picked up by the Queens. Pushing it up the ice is going to be Moore. Moore just across blue line. Trying to look for a drop pass. Sends one in the left wing corner. She had nowhere to go with it. Come down, Vernig going to slam her into the wall. Chown coming in along the defensive side of things. Pop loose by the Queens. Out to the point for the Queens. That was going to be firing a shot from the right point was going to be Koski. Picked up by Hall. Cycles it over here to Vernig. Vernig pushes it off the stick of Field. Puck's going to go down. No icing. Waved off into the right wing corner. Koski coming in, trying to catch him in a line change. Sauces one all the way out. Intercepted by Vernig. Sends it over to G. G right up the ice to MC in front of the Sabre benches. Met by Koski. Into the right wing corner. Ricciardi going to pick up the loose change. Molnar on the forecheck. Sends it up here to the near side. Gunn going to dig it out of the wall. Met by Patak. Puck slides out of the hands of G. G in front of her own blue line. Bounces one past Ricciardi into the hands of Molnar. Molnar trying to run one through. It's collected by Gunn in front of Gianna. Right side. Trying to drop pass. Met by Gianna, who stands her up. Puck slides over to the far side for MC. Dropping it back into the corner for the Demon Barber of 5th Street. Emma Pape over to G. G up here to the near side of Molnar. Cut off by Parker. Back here on the near side. It's a 3-on-1 battle. Puck slides behind the net. Trying to get in two front. Vignier gets tied up by G. Pop loose by Molnar. Molnar here to the near side. Going to send one back down low for G. Who's going to dig one out behind Hoppy. G trying to cycle one over here to the near side for Patak. Patak carries it up far side. Along left wing. Hesberg. Patak pushing it up the ice. Trying to bounce it out to Conklin. Cut off at the blue line. Picked up here in front of Pape is going to be Manella over to Camo. Blocked by G. Behind the net it goes into the right wing corner. Camo going to pick it up. Sends one back behind the net. Vignier against Pape now. Manella sends behind the goal line. Out to the left point for Grant. Off the shin guards of Conklin. Puck slides into the right corner for G. G going to work. It's tied up there. Coming in is going to be Patak. Bouncing out to the right point for Parker. Fired a shot. Shot blocked by Molnar. Bouncing puck at the blue line. Kick back in the hands of Gianna, who's going to chip one out of the zone. Puck's going to be on edge all the way to Moen. We're going to get an icing. No, it waved it off. It's Grant going behind the net of Moen, right to left. Try to send one out here to the near side. Here comes Krushelnyski. And popped loose by Jay Crush. Picked up by Moore. Met by King and swatted away by Lee. Far side. Queens going to work off the shin guards of Andy Hall. Lee comes in and knocked it free. Cut off there in the left wing corner by the Queens man. Popped free top of the left circle for Stokaluk. Sends one towards Hoppy, blocked by Krushelnyski, and a loose change for Andy Hall. Hall sends one forward to Ligden now. Ligden across center, bounces one past Wrigley in the left wing corner, and it's going to be King in the right wing corner, going to drag one against Bannister. Far side, pop free by Moore. Face first, Lee goes into the wall. Krushelnyski pinching in. Now Stokaluk gets the better of the exchange, but Ligden going to help out and support, knocked it free for Charlotte Lee. Swatted away by Mann, and Sabres Ligden going to pick it back up. Goes right back the other way. Off the back of Mann, who is going for the line change. That'll be offsides, and we will get a whistle and a face-off just outside the zone. 13:41 to go here in the period. Your lineup out there now for Coach Ellie's squad. Tommy Little 5. Eva Belanger, the pride of Quebec. Juliana Golden on right wing. Blue liners are going to be Emma Pape. And let's see who are other defenders. I can't see a jersey. Yeah, it's going to be Josie Vernig. Vernig throws it DD to Pape here to the near side. Pape back over here to Vernig. Vernig patiently waiting. Goes cross ice for TC. Send one in the corner. Belanger trying to get the better of Koski. Sent behind the net. It's going to be the Queens. Grant up here to the near side. Throws one off the stick of Gunn. Puck's moving out. Tipped. He says no icing. Ricciardi on the fortune against Vernig. Vernig going to carry around left wing side. Good puck protection by Josie. Slides one to Golden. Intercepted by Chow. Knocked down by Vernig on the half wall. Ricciardi on the offensive side of things. Now moving over towards the side of Golden. And defensively, she picks it back up. Top left circle. Golden's got her tied up now. Good battle there along the boards in front of the Queen benches. And Chow finally collects it and sends it behind the goal line. Pape backhands one over to Vernig. Left wing corner. Met by Vignier. Throws it behind that. Looking around. Happy. Fire a shot. Hoppy. They fired a shot off of Hoppy. Hit the right post. Belanger going to drag one forward around Grant. 2-on-1. Golden and Belanger. Golden goes in at Belanger. Fires one across for Juliana. Juliana, bottom of the right circle. Couldn't get the shot off. Picks up the loose change. Looking for support. Pop free by Vignier. Behind the forward. Picked up here by Pape. Was going to fire one back in. Offsides is still the call, as the Sabres had not tagged back up off the stick of Conklin. Picked up by Field. Field makes a move around Vignier. Far side, right wing corner, comes down, fires a shot. Blocker saved by Moen. Rebound to Conklin. Conklin fires a shot just off the pad of Moen. Picked up by Grant. Rebound here to the Zamdors for MC. Conklin out to G. G walks the line like Johnny Cash. Over to Krushelnyski. Fires a 9-yard. Puck is loose for them. Looking for Conklin on the back door. And is swatted away by Vignier. Back to MC now. Sabres controlling on this rush. Gianna, left point. Over to Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski over to Conklin. Conklin down low for Field. Field back to G. G calms it down. Fires a shot from left side. Shot blocked by Patak. Bouncing puck for Field, who gets good body position on it. Nice box out by number 11. She sends one behind the net. And the Queens, Grant going. Queens in trouble. Manella on the far side. Queens need a line change. Out of the zone. It goes past Gianna. No icing. They're going to wave that off and say G could have played it. 11:39. Gianna's got King. Here to the near side for the stretch pass. Intercepted by Parker. Pushing it up towards Gianna. Bodies laying all over the place. There's a pile up on the interstate in the neutral zone. On the far side, Jay Crush. Left wing corner. Bounces one over here to the near side. Gianna comes trucking over against Moore. G chips one over to Molnar. Knocked down by Moore. Coming in his man. A 2-on-2 50-50 battle along the boards. And it's going to be the Queens coming away with the coin flip. Krushelnyski blocks the centering pass. Was intended for Stokaluk. Here to the near side. Cross ice pass for Molnar. Molnar over to King. King pushing it against Bannister. Right wing hash marks. Fakes right now, goes left. Underneath the net she goes. Here to the near side. She's got Krushelnyski left point. Krushelnyski walks it over to Hall. Hall back cross ice for King. Looking for the backdoor play. Picked back up by Dylan King. King out to Hall. Hall left wing hash marks now. Drops one into the corner for Molnar. Hall picks up speed and goes down low. Run off by Moore. Cinquino comes in for support along with Molnar. Heads towards Moen. Moen going to smother it, and we're going to get a whistle at 10:39 to go here in period number 2. A lot of action so far, folks. This game has ramped up in intensity here in the last 7 minutes. I like it. Face off to the right wing circle. Lee on your draw. Belanger in the slot. Vernig on the half wall. Ligda right point. Hall left. Ligda comes in. Fires one across the blue paint. Looking for Hall here on the near side. And it's picked up by the Queens. Here comes Gunn. Gunn going to fire one in. She had a heck of a morning where she had a hat trick there. It's going to be number 7 Gunn for the Queens against the 19U squad. Belanger pushing it up. She's got Lee on her right. Belanger over to Lee. Lee right face up the first shot. That's going to be a Sabres goal! Let's check the replay on that one, folks. It's going to be Belanger picking it up. Drags over 3 defenders. Shoots it over to Lee. Lee from the right hash marks goes top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. At 10:13 to go here in period number 2, the Sabres get themselves back on top in this contest. Charlotte Lee at center. Belanger left winging it. Ligda on right. Blue liners are going to be Hall and Vernig. Belanger coming in, tries to muscle one into Wrigley. She does. Ligda goes in the left wing corner now, hanging on to it. Puck protection, fires one off the back of the net. Picked up on the rebound by Ricciardi. Ricciardi making a move towards her own blue line. Forces her to the outside off the lead. Lee chopped at it and got her to get rid of it. Down behind the goal line of Hoppy. Vernig here to the near side's got Belanger on a stretch pass. Here comes Ava Belanger. Left wing side. Belanger tries to go between the legs of Parker. Cut off on a loose change. Picked up by Vignay. Vignay. She's got a girl here to the near side. Broken up by Hall at center. Hall sends one to MC. MC to Golden. Hall joins the rush. Golden fires a shot off the shin guards of Parker. Picked back up by Juliana. Bounces out to Conklin. Conklin's got Pape on the far side. Conklin fires a shot from the left point and a glove save by Moen at 9:27 to go in the period. Sabres complete the line change. It'll be Monaco and Pape on D. Make that her left wing circle face off. Conklin in the slot. Golden heads to the half wall and Jocelyn Field on your draw. Field versus Vignay. Field wins it over to Conklin. Conklin to G. G cuts it off the blue line. Nice keep by G. Thrown in the corner by Pape. Pape on the field. Field and Parker going to work in the corner. Vignay sends one out. Cut off by Pape at the blue line. She bounces out and then goes back. Bounces in and then goes out and fires one over the glass. And Coach Ellie's like, hey, you almost hit me in the mouth. What are you doing? Keep that lower. Face off going to go to the right wing circle in the offensive zone. Must have gone off a stick of the Queens. Queens getting their line change in. Bannister and Wrigley head out there to take over defensive duties. Vignay on your draw against Field. Picked up by Pape. Gets her pocket picked by Manella. Cut off by Juliana Golden. And down in the left wing corner for G. One on G. Come on. Coming in on the forecheck. G goes DD to Pape. Pape far side. Cuts back bottom of the left circle. Sends it over to Gianna in front of Hoppy. G over to Field. Field makes the move around one. Pushing in his zone is Golden. Golden over to Conklin. Broken up there. Nice pass. But it was picked off by number 15, I believe that is. Yep, Bannister. Man coming in against Gianna. Gianna got to put a shoulder in her, knock it loose. Stokola comes in. Down in the left wing corner for Field. Field picks up. She's got Golden here to the near side. Just off the stick of Juliana. Into the left wing side for Wrigley of the Queens. Going to fire one back out. Good support by Field. Poke check loose by the Queens. And here they come the other way. Koski in front of Pape. Left wing, right wing side, met by King, who poke checks it loose. Picked up by Jaden Krushnitsky. Left by Man. First shot, saved by Hoppy. Just missing on the rebound is going to be Chown, who knocked it free, top of the left circle. Chown going to work against King. Knocked free into the hands of Field. Field back over to King. King drags one forward. Kept in by Chown. Back into the hands of the Queens. And unable to get that centering pass was the Queens. They would have had a good look and a high danger chance if they were able to connect on that pass. Thrown behind the net for Hoppy. Hoppy over to Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski back here to the near side for Pape. Picked up by Tommy C on the half wall. Cinquino unable to get control of it. Down in the corner for Ricciardi. Up here to the right point for Parker. Out comes Tommy C. Back here to the near side. Run off here to the right wing half wall. The 2-on-2 battle. Ricciardi and Pape going to work. Out to Tommy C. 3-on-2. Make it for 2-on-2. King and TC going in. Sauce across to TC. TC corrals the first shot, and Moen makes the save. Pop loose by Molnar. Molnar tied up by 2. Here comes King trying to dig it out on the offensive side. Parker got it pinned in with a skate. Ricciardi trying to drag it out now. Molnar shoves it over to Belanger. Belanger to the point to Hall. Hall's got Krushelnyski working it out here to the top of the right circle to Belanger. Belanger exploding towards the net. Makes a move around one into the middle. Knocked loose by Parker off the stick of Ligda. Back in the hands of Parker. Muscles out of zone. Belanger going to get it. At center, drops it back to Krushelnyski, back to Belanger. And Belanger with speed. Head up, makes a move around one. Ricciardi over to Hall. Hall, top of the right circle. Over to Jay Crush, high slot. Krushelnyski rips one from the point. Knocked down by Moen, saved back to Patak, who fired a shot. Another save by Moen, and another save by Moen as Patak couldn't get the rebound, and it's thrown out of the zone by the Queens, intercepted by Krushelnyski. Picked up by Hall, and the Sabres regrouping. Here comes Patak, drops it off for Belanger. Back in the corner for Patak, got Ligda breaking. Looking for Ligda on the back door, fires a shot and a save by Moen. Let's see the replay on that one, folks. I don't know if I had the camera turned far enough. That was a nice play. Tic-tac-toe, Belanger to Patak. Ligda comes crashing in. And Ligda fires the one-timer of Moen with the save. And keeping this game 2-1. 6:29 to go here in the period. Moen retires to the bench. And headed out there now will be number 30, Jerry, for the Queens. Looks like they're splitting time with their netminders here in this contest. And it'll be Josie Vernig on the far side. Going to send one in the corner for MC. MC behind the net. Good stick check by Conklin. Left wing corner by the Zamdor. Sends it over to Pape. Pape bounces out and then hits one Conklin. Conklin tried to fire a shot. Shot blocked by Ridley. Pape fires one, saved by Jerry. Rebound here to Golden. Golden gets slammed into the wall there. Lee got slammed on the wall there by Wrigley. And it's going to be the Queens going the other way. Manella digs it out from her feet. Looking for Camo here to the near side. And loose change for Pape. Pape right back up the ice. Keeping the pressure on is going to be the Sabres. Conklin, high slot. Sends one across for Golden. Looking for the tap in on the back door. Vignier going to kick one forward. Knocked down by Lee there. Or Bellon. No, that is Lee. Lee on the half wall. Wrigley sends one behind the net. Puck slides into the right wing corner. Backing up is King. Fired out of the zone by Bannister. Poke check by Vernig. Puck is loose at center. Intercepted by Charlotte Lee. Lee slams one in. Going down low is going to be King on the forecheck. Cinquino trapping to the right. Bannister hits the brakes. Pushes up to the breakout to Camo. Looking to go cross ice here. Gianna going to tie it up. Into the right wing corner. Stokeluk going to work. Krushelnyski coming in. Poke check loose by Jay Crush. Krushelnyski bounces one out to the near side for G. Pusher says it's going to be Cinquino out of the zone. It goes into the hands of the Queens. Koski. Koski far side. Stokeluk run off by Gianna. Loose change for Krushelnyski. Wrapping around left to right here for Cinquino. Going to have to come down and dig it out of the boards. She backhands one down low. Monaco going at it with Moore. Some intensity is going out there. Off the shin guards of Mann. Fanning on it is going to be the Queens. Picked back up by Mann. He's going to fire one in between Gianna and Krushelnyski. Off the back of the net of Hoppy. Jay Crush picking it up left wing corner far side. Little Gorbatenko flipper out of the zone and into the bench as it goes at 4:42 in period number 2. Face off going to go to the left wing circle to the right of Hoppy. Sabres go for the line change. It's going to be Ligda, Patak, and Field up front. Hall and Vernig on D. Face-off won by Ricciardi out to the point. Shot blocked by Patak as it headed towards Hoppy. Muscling it forward towards Ligda off the stick of Patak. Ligda and Field coming in. Koski breaks at the play. Patak on the support. Picked up by Field, kept in by Hall. Wrapping it around from left to right, far side. Ligda digs one out of the board, sends one down low for Patak. Met by Koski. Spinning around as Patak, unable to get it back to the right point. It's on the Devils' door. Ligda with the one-timer. That's a Sabres goal. Let's see the replay on that one, folks. That's going to be Patak down in the corner. Picked up here by Ligda right in the front. And that is going to be a Sabres goal, folks. Ligda at 4:16 to go in period number 2. Face off back out to center ice. It'll be Patak along with Field and Ligda up front. Blue liners are going to be Pape and G. Pape cut off. It's going to be Chown in front of Monaco. Top of the right circle. Monaco knocked her off the puck. Behind the goal line it goes for Pape. Pape up off the glass. Sliding out to the far side for Field. Field up to Ligda right in front of the Queens benches. Ligda pushes one towards Patak. Patak, right wing Hesperus explodes to the bottom of the net. Left wing corner. She comes around here to the near side. Met by 2. Dropping it off for Field. Field against Vignier and Parker. Coming in is Belanger for support, backing up as Patak. A 2-on-2 50-50 battle won by the Queens, but Patak going to drag it out to the G. G going to fire one into the left wing corner for Belanger. Belanger against Parker, hits the brakes and cuts back, dropping it off the field. Off her stick, sliding in the right wing corner. Conklin comes down right wing hash marks. Puck is loose to the far side, picked up by Chown. Chown over to Gunn, broken up by G, up and out of play, and a lucky souvenir for a fan here at JP Parise Arena. Face-off going to go back out to center. Their lineup for the Sabres is going to be Hall and Jay Crush on D, MC, Belanger, and Golden up front. Vignier on the draw, wins it back over to Wrigley. Wrigley up ice trying to hit Vignier, picked up by Camo. Cut off by Belanger. Puck slides into the right wing corner for Hall, who cycles it, but it's picked off by Vignier as Conklin came back down to get it. Hall against Vignier in the right wing corner. Gets a body on it, knocked it free to the right point for Wrigley. Fires one wide right, tipped by Camo, and the puck slides to the far side for Manella. Trying to cycle it back into the corner. Get out of the way, Stripes, as it went off of his skates. Golden pushing one, top left circle. Backhand pass over to Hall. Hall sends one forward for Belanger. Belanger and MC. Wrigley breaks up the cross-ice pass from Belanger, who sends it out to Golden now. Golden sends it to the right wing hash marks. Belanger with a good stick check there. Right face off down. Fires a shot. Shot blocked by MC. Picked up by Wrigley. Belanger, she gets a shot right in the back. No call. Referees must want to get out of here. Here comes Hall across the blue line. Picked up by Mann. Looking for the cross-ice pass to Manila. Blocked by Krushelnyski. Picked up by Golden. Top left circle. Cross-ice for King. King fires a shot. Saved by Jerry. Another save by Jerry out to the point for Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski fires a shot over to King. It was blocked by the Queens. Moore picks it up. Top of the right circle. Harassed by King. Moore gets her pocket picked by Molnar. Somebody call the cops. It's highway robbery in broad daylight as that puck is fired away by the Queens. And that one's going to go for the icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 2:06 to go here in period number 2. Face-off goes to the right wing circle in the offensive zone for the Maroon Marauders. It's going to be Lee on your draw, King in the slot. Molnar high right point, Vernig on the half wall, Pape left D at the safety. It's going to be the Queens controlling. Parker back to Grant, met by Lee, out past Molnar, kept in by Vernig, who sends over to Molnar. Ricciardi busted it loose. Puck slides over to Lee though. Lee down low for King. King left wing circle looking for Molnar in front, broken up by the Queens. Gunn pushes one up the ice towards Ricciardi, who's going to slam one in. She's tied up there by King along with Pape. Puck's going to go over to the far side. Lee going to drag that one out of there. Chipped out to Molnar, picked up by Grant, who's going to do this behind the back spinorama pass. And here comes the Queens. Gunn right side against Pape. Fired a shot, saved by Hoppy. Directed into the netting and out of play with a $1:30 to go here in period number 2. Face off to the left of Hoppy in the right wing circle. Patek on your draw in the slot is going to be Tommy C. along with Ligda and Krushelnyski. Monaco was on the half wall. Monaco shoves one behind the net for Jay Cross trying to hit Ligda. Vignier stuffs it behind the net. Right to left or left to right. Blowing a tire is going to be Vignier and it's going to be picked up by Patek. Heading up the ice is going to be Cinquino. Patek goes cross ice for Ligda. Ligda, right point. TC heads to the net. Ligda picked up there by Grant and lost the puck. And here comes the Queens the other way. Camo sends one to the far side for Manila. Met by Krushelnyski. Jaden going to take her in the left wing corner. Shoved up the half wall. Picked up here by Moore. Going to send one back in the corner. Come down low as Krushelnyski. Centering pass broken up by TC. Off the stick of Mann. And it's going to be picked up here by TC. Mann carries one in though. Left wing side over to Stokaluk. Stokaluk out to the point for Bannister at 44 seconds ago. Bannister fires one to that, tipped by Stokaluk. Rebound in the right wing corner. Moore going in. Monaco going to pin her in. Loose change for Patak. Patak out to TC. Knocked down by Stokaluk. And it's going to battle ensues along the half wall there. Coming in is going to be Patak on the defensive side of things. Dropping it off for G, who goes off the end boards for Krushelnyski, who's going to fire one all the way down in the left wing corner for the icing. And at 20.4 seconds to go, we're going to bring that one all the way back. Face off to the left wing circle, to the right of Eddie Hoppy. Your lineup out there now. MC and Belanger head to the slot with Andy Hall. Number 11, Jocelyn Field on your draw. And Josie Vernig on the half wall, firing from the left point, saved by Hoppy, directed down low, knocked out of midair, good hand-eye coordination by Hall, and she headmans it over to Belanger. Belanger, just in the blue line, offsides will be the call as Conklin was just pushed inside there. Her skates came across the blue line. We'll get offsides and whistle. A face-off right in front of us, just outside the zone. Your lineup stays the same. Field on your draw. Belanger left winging it. Field wins it cleanly back to Hall. Hall slams one to MC. Picked up here by Wrigley. Thrown out of the zone into the hands of Josie Vernig. And that sound is the end of the second period. So at the end of 2, it's the Sabres 3 and the Queens 1 as we head to the second intermission. This second intermission brought to you by D'Amato's Bakery and Subs in Chicago, Illinois on Grand Avenue in Maine. D'Amato's Bakery and Subs, our bread, your butter. Stop in and see Rosanna. Tell her I said hi, folks. Get yourself a loaf of Italian bread, a sub sandwich, some Sicilian pizza, a sfogliatelle, some Italian cookies, maybe an apple turnover, and everything's great there. Hope you enjoy the intermission, folks. It's the ice cut. So go get yourself a beer. Come on back in about 10 minutes. Enjoy the intermission. Thank you. Welcome back, folks. It's the final frame of the regular season. Your starting lineup for the third: Conklin, Patak, and Charlotte Lee up front. Blue liners are going to be Vernig and Hall. Eddie Hoppy has the net. 17 minutes on the clock. And the Sabres are working from left to right. If you're listening on the radio, the benches are on the far side with the penalty boxes and scorer's table in between, separating the two combatants. In the right wing corner, down low for Patak. Patak trying to shove one down to MC. Cut off by the Queens Moore. MC trying to get over to Lee. Conklin still controlling now, here to the near side. Looks to push it out to Hall. Conklin sends it back behind the net for Lee, just out of her reaching hands, into the hands of Parker of the Queens. Up here to the near side for Stokaluk. Out towards Hall. Hall going to pull it back. Fakes left now, or goes right. Now curls back inside her own zone. Looking for Ligda here to the near side. Ligda off her stick. Picked up by the Queens Bannister. Fires one past Vernig all the way down in the left wing corner. Slowed up by Hoppy. Hoppy going to curl it back behind the inboards. Giving over to Hall. Hall to Vernig. Vernig up towards Ligda. Out of the zone for Koski. Koski drops it back for Wrigley. Off her skates into the hands of Belanger. Belanger makes a move around Wrigley. Cut off by Gumbit. Thrown behind the net for Field. Field, little tipsy do dangles down the left wing corner, but she gets pinned in by Ricciardi. Wrigley sends one forward towards Chown. Chown in front of Krushelnyski and G going to send one in the left wing corner. G going to come trucking in. Left wing corner, left to right, here she goes. Breaks it out to Jay Crush. Intercepted by Vignier. Right wing corner, here comes G. G going to push Vignier down to the far side. Giving chase, poke check loose by Belanger and picked up by Jay Crush. Krushelnyski up to Belanger. Off her stick it goes, collected by Parker at neutral ice. And she goes cross ice from Manella quick, trying to catch the Sabres in a line change. Krushelnyski coming in, dropped off for Vignier. Blocked by Molnar. Vignier picks up the loose change and slides into the corner for Manella. Looking to go towards the center for Parker. Broken up there off the stick of Jaden. Hoppe knocked it free. Centering pass towards Vignier. Broken up by Krushelnyski and finally smothered by Hoppe at 15:02 to go here in the period. Face-off going to make its way to the right wing circle. Krushelnyski goes to the line change for Josie Vernig. Molnar coming in to take your draw. Golden and King stacked in the I formation with Vernig in front of Hoppy. The Demon Barber on the half wall. Down in the left wing corner for Vernig. Up off the glass towards Golden. Bounces the blue line. Kept in by Parker. Punched out by Molnar. Back the other way by Camo. Picked up by Vernig, who sends it over to Pape. Pape pulls it back across. Top of the right circle. Sliding a D-to-D pass to Vernig. Manella on the forecheck now, and Vernig sends it behind the net of Hoppy. Dug out of the wall by Pape, who blows a tire. Left wing face-off dot. Punched forward by Molnar, thrown back into the corner for Pape. And Pape goes D-to-D to Vernig. Right wing side. Out to Golden. Golden at the blue line. Sends one forward, looking for King. No icing. It's waved off. Down behind the net of Jerry, picked up by King. She's cut off there by Moore, and here comes the Queens. Pushed it up. Off the skates of Charlotte Lee. Picked up by Pape. Sends one behind the net of Hoppy for Vernig. Vernig, right wing, over to Pape here near side. Sends one towards Lee. Intercepted by the Queens, and they send it right back into the right wing corner. And Josie Vernig going to work. Vernig, little Gorbatenko flip into the benches of the Sabres at 14:02 to go here in the period. Face-off going to go to the right wing circle. To the left of Hoppy. Coach Ellie goes for the line change. Cinquino, Conklin, and Krushelnyski in the slot. Hall on the half wall. Lee coming in, pinned in by Ricciardi, but managing to stuff the puck down behind the net to Jay Crush, who headmans it to MC. Flips it into the right wing corner. Hall on the forecheck now. Picks it up right to left. Hall carrying it over far side. Sends one back behind the net for TC. Tommy Littlefind. Try to send one towards MC off the left post of Jerry. Rebound on the far side for Cinquino now. Sending one behind the net for Conklin. Slowed up by MC. Sliding it out here to the near side. Backing up as Lee. Flipped out of the zone by Chown. All the way towards Hoppy. Hoppy passes it over to Hall. Hall dropping it off for Jay Crush. Krushelnyski behind the net of Hoppy, hitting the brakes. Vignier on the forecheck. Over to Hall. Hall going to back it off and send it in the left wing corner. Then she makes a move. Pinned in by Vignier. Here comes Field. Out towards Manila. Intercepted by Krushelnyski. And pushing it forward is Krushelnyski. Fights her way through two. It's Belanger on the far side. Krushelnyski to Belanger. Belanger to Field. Knocked loose for Jerry, who smothers it and will get a whistle as she puts the glove on top of it at 13:01 to go here in the third period. Face-off goes to the left wing circle. It'll be Field on your draw. Ligda heads to the slot. Belanger in a half wall. Blue liners are going to be Pape and G. Gianna from her feet. Left wing hash mark. Picks it up. Sends one behind the goal line. Bannister of the Queens grabs it. Right wing side. Chipped it past Ligda. Intercepted by Pape at center. She goes D to D to G. G chipping it up towards Field. Intercepted by Koski before Field can get to it. She sends it over to Bannister. Bannister to Manila. Touching one forward. Into the hands of the Sabres. Pape who sends it over to G. G up to Field. Field heads it towards Ligda. Ligda at the blue line. Couldn't get it in, and it's picked up by Belanger. Belanger at center now. She curls around with speed. Comes in left wing faceoff down around Koski. Belanger goes down, hits the wall. More in support behind Koski. Coming in is going to be Ligda along with Belanger, and Belanger wins the battle. Out to G to the point. Pape right point. Fires a shot off the face of Ligda and thrown out of the zone by Bannister. That puck's going to go down, spinning like a dime into the left wing corner for the icing. And at 12:08 to go here in the third, we're going to bring that one all the way back. Face-off goes to the left wing circle. Sabres go for the line change. It'll be Molnar along with Golden and Patak up front. Vernig and Hall on D. Patak on your draw over to Golden. Golden out to the point for Hall. Hall over to Vernig here to the near side. Josie curling back around to her forehand, now cuts backside. And top of the right circle, heads towards the middle. Fires a shot off the blocker of Jerry. Rebounds to Golden in the left wing hash marks. Golden sends it down low for Patak. Off her skate here to the near side. Picked up by Wrigley, who fires one out towards Vernig. And the puck's going to slide into the hands of Andy Hall. Hall against Stokaluk. Top of the right circle, Stokaluk giving good pressure. D to D pass over to Vernig. Vernig up to Molnar. Molnar to Patak. Play broken up there by Gunn. Gunn sends one in the left wing corner. Trying to drag it over, unable to corral it fast enough. And the opportunity unable to complete. Chown in the right corner against Golden. Hits the brakes, now comes out to the right point for Parker. Parker fires one low. Saved by Hoppy. Juicy rebound from Molnar. Punched forward by the Queens. Gunn unable to get the second shot off. And Molnar sends it to the point for Koski, who fires a shot blocker, saved by Hoppy. Directed here to the Zamdors. Patak going to put her into the wall. Coming in is Ricciardi on the defensive side of things. The 2-on-2 battle won by the Sabres as it slides over to Hall. And coming down low is going to be Golden, who sends him to the point, but it's kept in by Parker. Golden collects the loose change as it was fired in. And here comes Giuliano with speed. Golden across the Queens line. Top of the circle, fires a shot. Shot blocked by Moore. Moore pushing it up top to make that Koski. I apologize, thought it was a 12 on her. It's an 8. Gianna cuts it off at the blue line there. Off the stick of Camo and picked up by Krushelnyski here to the near side. Krushelnyski, left wing hash marks. Bounces one out to King. Cut off by the Queens. Loose change for Lee. Into the right wing corner. It's going to be Lee right. Cinquino left trapping. Down low. Picked up by TC. TC to King. Out to the point for Krushelnyski. One times it. Right into the jersey of Camo. Sent out of the zone. And it's going to be Vignier against Gianna here to the near side. Gianna into the left wing corner. Left and right. Shake and bake. Sends it up here to the near side of Krushelnyski. Out to King. King tries to backhand with a Lee. Picked up by Bannister. Cut off by Dylan King with the good box out. Out to Charlotte Lee, just off of Charlotte's stick. It's going to go down for the icing. Wrigley going to get to it first as it gets waved off. Lee going to try to pin her in as Wrigley hits the brakes. Bannister comes in, tries to knock King off the puck. Here comes TC. Lee goes down. Out to Pape right point. Pape picks it up, sends one back into the corner. And it's going to be Charlotte Lee in the right wing corner now. Pinned in by one. King on the offensive side of it. Cinquino at the right faceoff down is F3. Vernig high left D. Pape creeping in and now transitioning back towards the blue line. Picked up by the Queens. Here comes Cinquino on the back check against Stokaluk. Cinquino with the stick check there. Kept in by Moore at the point. Blocked by Cinquino. Back to Moore. Moore off the stick of Cinquino. Cut off by Parker. Picked up by Lee. Lee at the blue line. Trying to get the center to get the line change in. Belanger unable to get it. Picked up by MC. Conklin. Muscles were way into the blue line. Missed across the zone. Knocked out of the midair by Belanger. Conklin goes down. Chown looking for Gunn. Fired all the way now. We're going to get an icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 9:02 to go here in the ballgame. Face-off going all the way down into the right wing circle in the offensive zone for the Sabres. Your lineup out there now. Belanger, Field, and Krushelnyski up front. Hall and MC on D. Krushelnyski, top of the right circle, sends it over to Conklin. Conklin fires a shot, looking for Hall on the back door. Hall is just missing on the connection. That was a nice play. Into the left wing corner it goes. Field, battle it out, gets slammed in head first. We're going to get a penalty, folks. As Field's slow to get up. She falls on top of it at 8:43 to go, and MC none too happy with one of the girls from the Queens. Not sure who goes to the sin bin here. Field gets up, though, and she's making her way back to the bench. At 8:43, roughing will be the call on the Queens as Field was slammed in hard, face first from the back here in period number 3. Heading to the sin bin is going to be Koski, I believe. Not sure if they got the right girl on the penalty, but 8 going to serve it. And that resulting in a Sabres power play. This power play brought to you by Bubby's Beef and Red Hots in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. Bubby's Beef and Red Hots, the best fresh cut fries this side of the Des Moines River. Stop in and see Andy. Tell him I said hi, folks. That's going to be Conklin trying the wraparound there. And the puck is loose over to Belanger. Belanger fires over the crossbar. Rebound out here to the near side. Puck's going to slide out of the zone for Andy Hall. Hall at center, going to pull it back in front of her own blue line. Dropping it off and giving up Chown in the breakaway. Chown, left side, fires a shot. And that's going to be a Queens goal at 8:16 to go. It's a shorty, folks. Chown gets on the board at 8:16 with a miscommunication between Hall and Belanger here in period number 3. It's still a Bubby's Beef and Red Hots power play. 1:34 to go on that power play. 8:16 remaining here in the third. It's Golden. Field along with Patak up front. Vernig and Ligdon D. Patak tripped up, no call against Wrigley. Wrigley to the left wing corner. Hitting the brakes behind the net is going to be Bannister. Firing it out here out of the zone off the stick of Chown all the way down towards Hoppy. Hoppy going to play it for Vernig. Vernig here to the near side, now curls back left to right. Pushing it up right wing face off down as she heads towards the Sabre blue line down the neutral zone. Vernig with speed, collapsed down by 3. Vernig sends it behind the goal line. Grant coming to it. Vernig in tow. Behind it, puck slides out to the right point. Backing up, it's a 2-on-1 in front of Ligda. Right side, coming in, looks to fire shot over the net, over the blocker of Addie Hoppy. And we've got 2 shorthanded goals, folks, for the Queens, as that goal was buried by Gunn. She's got a heck of a shot, number 7. That's her 4th goal of the day, first of this contest. And just like that, make that 2 on the scoreboard. I forgot to put them up. It's 3-3, and there is still 54 seconds to go on that Bubby's Beef and Red Hots power play. Krushelnicki fires a shot, and Jerry makes the save as Belanger came streaking in looking for the rebound opportunity. So it'll be MC, Lee, and Belanger up front. Krushelnicki and Hall are your defenders as now Krushelnicki makes her way to the slot. Belanger lefty. Face off 1 to MC, now to Hall. Hall over to Conklin. MC into the corner for Lee. Lee down low for Belanger. Belanger tries the behind the back pass to Krushelnicki. Cut off by the Queens, out to the point for Hall. Hall back down low for Lee, just out of her reaching hands. Grant going to pick it up, makes the move, but Krushelnicki going to cut it off there at the right wing circle and sends one back behind the net. Past Belanger, past Lee, out of the zone. It goes to Hall at 7:06. 22 seconds to go on that Bubby's Beef and Red Hot power play. Belanger high slot, carries it across left face of that to Krushelnicki. Jay Crush out to the point off the stick of the defender Manila rather. Hoppy comes out of the net, sauces one over here to Jay Crush. Krushelnicki sends one in, wrapping around from right to left into the left wing corner. Picked up by MC. MC drags one down low, hits the brakes, picked her pocket, is going to be Vignier. Now cut off by Lee, and we are even strength, folks. Bannister against Conklin. Pop loose by MC over to Belanger. Sent one to the middle for Lee. Lee first shot saved by Jerry. Rebound on the outside for Pape. Pape at the blue line. Fires one forward. Saved by Moen. Rebound swatted away by Bannister as Belanger came in for the rebound opportunity. Bannister going to fire one out to Manila. Intercepted by Pape inside her own zone. Hits Cinquino. Cross ice for King. King, top of the right circle, comes in. Back for MC. Or Moeller. Moeller back to King. And just missing on the connection on the near side was going to be Dylan King. TC to Molnar. Off the stick of Eva Molnar to G. G left wing side. Fires a shot. Blocked by the Queens. Rebound here to the near side for Pape. Pape at the blue line. Fires one back in the corner. Over Cinquino, down low for Molnar and King trapping. On the strong side is Cinquino along the boards. Pape at the blue line, circling like a shark. Battle in the right wing corner. Backing up is going to be TC. It's King on Manila on the offensive side of it, as she's the third queen to join the battle. Now King pushing it up here to the near side. Manila trying to drag one forward. Back down to the corner. Fired forward by Manila. Cut off by Cinquino. Now boxing out is going to be King. Picked up by Pape. Pape over to G. G to center. Going to wrap one in left to right. Slowed up by Jerry. Coming in is Cinquino. Moore coming in. Bodied off by TC. Picked up by King. Coming in is Patak. Back low for Cinquino. Back to King. Off the skates of Patak. Cinquino tries to get on it. Popped it free. Here comes Dylan King. Right wing hash marks now. Pape holding the line. Past Pape it goes. Here to the near side for Gianna. Gianna with 1 hour and a man. Man coming in. Gianna hits the brakes. Man doesn't bite on the deception. Gianna pulls it back underneath. Makes man miss. Left to right she goes. D to Pape. Pape up the ice. Off the stick of Ricciardi. Bouncing puck here to Ligda. Ligda to Golden. Golden sends one to the left wing corner. Koski going to pick it up though before Juliana can get to it. Wrapped around here to the near side. Here comes the Queens. Out of the zone. Intercepted by Vernig. Vernig to Hall. Here to the near side. Blowing a tire to Stokaluk. Picked back up by Ricciardi on the forecheck. Hall bounces one off the end boards of Vernig now. Right wing corner. Hits Patak. Missing Ligda. Picked up by Gunn. Thrown into his own Gunn. To Vernig. Vernig to Hall. Hall. Cross ice for Ligda. Ligda at center. Pushing it up the ice in front of Wrigley. Ligda left wing side. Hits the brakes. Wrigley flies by. Ligda backhands one down in the corner for Golden. Golden muscling him behind the net. Poke check by the Queens. Picked up here to the near side. Is going to be Camo. Out towards Gunn. Off her stick it goes, and the Queens going for the modified line change. Chown on the forecheck. Vernig, bottom of the right circle. DDD past the Hall. Hall behind the net of Hoppy. Chown on the forecheck. Drops it off for Vernig. Coming back is going to be the Sabres. Vernig hits the brakes. Left wing side. Cross ice for Hall. Chown on the forecheck. Hall against Vignier now. Hall left to right. Breaks it out to Belanger. Off the stick of Manila. At the blue line, Manila comes across the high slot against Vernier, dropping it off for Vernier. Off the skates of Josie, here to the near side. Vernier controlling out to Bannister, left point, comes over as King. Field, firing a shot wide right, rebound to Belanger, right wing hash marks. Eva Belanger, the pride of Quebec, pushing one up hard across the blue line now. Makes the move at center, it's Belanger with speed. Here comes Belanger against Parker, tried to center pass towards Lee. Good stick by Parker. Kept in by G, left point. Gianna fires one down behind the goal line for Belanger. Right wing corner over to Lee. Lee one-timer saved by Jerry. Rebound out front. Coming in is Field. Field tries the backhand. Shot and a save by Jerry. Puck is finally smothered by Jerry at 3:04 to go here in the third. Face off to the left wing circle. It's Field on your draw. Lee on the half wall. Belanger. Lee in the slot, Belanger on the half wall. It's going to be Krushelnyski and G on D. Belanger over to G. G left point. Poke check by Mann. Picked back up by G. Sends it over to Belanger. And here comes Koski against Krushelnyski. Now carries it wide right against G. Stokaluk has the net. Gianna going to cut her off. Into the right wing corner it goes. Krushelnyski bodies it off. Mann coming in. Out towards Lee. Picked up here by Moore. Back in the left wing corner for Mann. Bottom left circle, firing a shot. Shot blocked by Krushelnyski. Out to Belanger, trying to chip one to Field. Kept in by Grant. Picked up here by Belanger. Belanger over to Lee. Now to center, Lee coming in. This to the right wing side, just across the blue line. Met by the Queens, going to fire one down. We're going to get an icing. Waved off by the referee, picked up by Pape. On the forecheck is Gunn. Pape makes her miss. Right wing side, Pape moving it up the ice. Backing up, we're going to be the Queens. Chown and Ricciardi coming in. Fires one off the end boards behind the net of Jerry. MC on the forecheck against Bannister. Into the left wing corner for Molnar. Molnar bounces one out to the point for Pape. Pape walks the line like Johnny Cash. Fires a shot. Blocker saved by Jerry. Rebound into the left wing corner for Molnar. Molnar chips one back down low, but it's intercepted by Wrigley, who fires one out of the zone. And it's going to be Vernig in a foot race against Chown. Vernig going to carry it in the left wing corner. Chown still harassing. She hits the brakes and she flies right by. Vernig bounces one over to King. Out to left point, kept in by Bannister. Throwing left wing side. Coming in is Ricciardi. King gets on the defensive side of things. Firing one forward. Camo looking for the tip in. And it's directed out to the right point for Wrigley, who sends one behind the net of Hoppy. And it's going to be picked up by Manila on the left wing half wall now. Back behind the net for Pape. Pape swings it over to the far side. Conklin comes trucking. Met by Vignier. Stick check by Conklin. Leaves it for Vernig, who backhands one behind the net for Pape. Picked up here to the near side. Right post out front of the blue paint. Swatted away by Dylan King. Dylan King, pucks pop here, right wing half face-off dot. It's going to be Pape picking it up. Sabres need a line change, folks. Pushing it forward is going to be Pape. King finally muscles one towards the blue line. It's kept alive by the Queens, and only a few get a line change in for the Sabres. Out is Patek, knocked off the puck, picked up by Cinquino, sent out of the zone by Pape for the icing. And with 54.6 seconds to go in regulation, we're going to bring that one all the way back. Face-off goes to the right wing circle to the left of Happy. Your lineup out there now is going to be Patek on your draw, Cinquino, Ligda, and Krushelnyski in the slot. Hall is your other defender. Hall over to Ligda here to the near side. Ligda across the Sabre line, not a center, goes over across ice for TC. TC zone entry, dropping it off for Patek. Into the left wing corner against Koski. Patek tried to muscle her way through. Here comes Ligda for support. TC in the left wing corner. Ligda battling it out with Koski. Puck slides left wing hash marks. TC on the back check. Man picks up the loose change. Hits it over here to the near side. Off the stick of the Queens. Number 11, Stokaluk. Picked up here by Moore. Offsides waved off. High point. Knocked up the puck. Gunn comes in. Sends one to Krushelnyski, who wraps it on to the far side of the boards. Hall going to pick it up down behind the goal line. 16 seconds to go. She sends it over to Jay Crush. Left wing corner, Krushelnyski coming in. Top of the left circle across blue line. Going to bounce one forward. Looking for Ligda. Picked up by Grant. Sends it over to the far side for Belanger with 4 seconds to go. Belanger muscling one in. Picked up by Grant. Knocked down by Field. And that sound is the end of regulation. Coach Ellie signaling 3-on-3. The coach from the Queens is like, I don't know. He's shaking it. I don't know. Let's see. And it looks like we are going to do some overtime here at JP Parise Arena. Some extra hockey, folks, as we head to this third intermission. This intermission brought to you by Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. Fireball. Ignite the night. At least that's what it says on the bottle anyway. Enjoy the intermission, folks. Welcome back, folks. It's overtime here in Parise Arena. You're starting 3 for 5 minutes. Here in OT is going to be Belanger along with Field and Hall. Hoppy has the net right in front. Saved by Hoppy. And it's picked up. Another save by Hoppy as it's swatted away by Chown. Over to Belanger. Belanger going to cut back into the left wing corner. And the Queens are going to put the pressure on, but it's Belanger with speed. Hall behind her. Belanger pushing it up the ice, Field on her right. Belanger coming in, left wing side, hanging on to it. Belanger, right wing corner now, drops it off for Hall. Hall at the point, going to curl around the blue line now. Over to Belanger. Belanger looking for Field on the back door, just missing in the connection. It's Ricciardi now, pushing it up the ice. Here she comes on the far side towards the Queen benches. 4:18 to go. Ricciardi dumps it in behind the net of Hoppy. Coming in is going to be Belanger. Belanger sends it behind the net. Vignier on the forecheck. Belanger unable to collect it. Vignier coming in. Belanger puts it in position. Gunn heads towards the net. Field trying to dig it out. Firing a shot is going to be Vignier. Left wing corner trying to drag it forward as Jocelyn Field. Vignier gets better in the exchange. Towards Hall. Centering pass towards Gunn. Saved by Hoppy. Behind the net. Looking for the red one. Saved by Hoppy off the iron. Picked up by Field. Field makes the move. She's got 2 on her. Poked loose by the Queens. Bannister runs off the Field. Coming in is Hall. Back over to the far side. It's Vignier. It's 3-on-2. Off the skates of Field. Coming in is MC. Bottomless, he'll fire a shot. Blocked by Hall. Rebound here to the near side for MC. MC picking it up at the blue line. Cutting back now at center and looking to slow things up and get back on side. MC makes a move around Gunn. Left side, fires a shot. Blocked by Bannister. Rebound on the far side for Vernig. Vernig fakes right, goes left. Down behind the goal line she goes. Cuts back to the bottom of the right circle. Looks to muscle one in. Out to Charlotte Lee. Picked back up by Vernig. Picked her pocket is going to be the Queens. Moore, I believe that is. Make that Manila, left wing side against Charlotte Lee. Manila cut back here, looking to fire a shot. Saved by Hoppy. Rebound on the left wing corner. Blocked by Charlotte Lee, looking for the centering pass to Grant. Charlotte Lee popped it loose behind the net, and it's Lee with a little bit of speed here to the near side. Here comes Charlotte Lee hitting the brakes in the right wing corner against Moore, trying to muscle her way through the body check. She does. It's going to be Lee, chips it over to Conklin. MC against Grant. It's going to be Conklin, right wing side. Lee calling support for Nig, high point. MC fakes it out to the right, goes left behind the net. It's picked up by Mann. MC gets on the defensive side of things in front of the Zandors. Mann sends one behind the net for Grant. Lee goes for the line change. Here comes the Queens the other way. Moore at center. She's got Mann in support. Patak makes her way out into the ice. Here comes the third. Koski coming in against Ligda now. Right wing side. Koski heads towards Hoppy. Saved by Addie. Hoppy. We're going to get a whistle as the net is popped off there by Hoppy, and she went into her back went into the right post and knocked the net off its moorings with 2:19 to go here in overtime. Your lineup out there now will be Patak and Ligda up front. Krushelnyski in the right wing corner. Face-off won by Patak. Ligda sends it over towards Jay Crush. Krushelnyski met by Stokoluk. Down for Ligda. Ligda chips it back to Jay Crush. Krushelnyski behind the net of Hoppy. Left wing side. Cross ice pass for Liggs. Ligda at center now, pushing it. It's 2-on-1 with Patak right wing, and it gets back on the defensive side of it. Shot and a save by Jerry. Koski slowed it up. Picked up by Patak. Patak coming in. Koski's got her pinned in, looking for support. Patak going to drag one up the half wall there. Pinned in by Koski. Once again, Ligda coming in. She's got it in the right wing corner with $1:46 to go. The 2-on-2, 50-50 battle in the corner. Backing up is going to be Patak, who sends one out to Krushelnyski. And Krushelnyski at center, met by Stokoluk. Krushelnyski trying to make a move around Stokoluk. Jay Crush hangs on to left wing hash marks. Krushelnyski with a good box out there. Here comes Belanger. Krushelnyski tries the one-hand one. Chown picks up the loose change. Left wing side, Chown coming in. Centering pass out to Wrigley. Fire shot, blocker save by Eddie Hoppy. Somebody lost the stick. It's Jay Crush over here to the near side. It's going to be Ricciardi firing a shot blocked by Field down behind the goal line. Krushelnyski coming in. Ricciardi picks up the loose change out to the point for Wrigley. Krushelnyski retrieves her stick, saved by Hoppy. Rebound in the right corner for Belanger. Belanger knocked off the puck by Chown. Ricciardi has the net. Missing the centering pass, picked up by Field. Field against two. Makes the move around Wrigley. She's got one to beat in Chown. Johnson gets to run off the puck with 50 seconds to go. Field coming in against Chown. Puts Chown into the wall. No call on the hit from behind. Picked up by Belanger. Belanger to Hall. Hall right top of the right circle. Fakes left and now goes right. Chown got her pinned in. Vignier trying to pull it out. Here comes Field. Knocked loose for Wrigley. And it's going to be Wrigley and Belanger in a one-on-one at the blue line. Chown goes wide left, looking to fire a clapper. Saved by Hoppy. Rebound to Hall. Hall here to the near side. Out to Charlotte Lee. Oh, just missing it. It's going to be an icing. With 20.5 seconds to go here in overtime, we're going to bring that one all the way back. Face off to the right wing circle to the left of Annie Hoppy. Out there now, Lee, Conklin, and Vernig up for your 3-on-3 against Vignier, Gunn, and Parker. Lee against Vignier on your draw. Lee over to Gunn. Back out to Parker, who fires one low. Saved by Hoppy. Rebound for Gunn. Gunn to Vignier. Saved by Hoppy once again. 12 seconds to go. It's 2-on-1. It's Lee and MC. MC right. Lee left. Lee over to MC. MC fires a shot. That's going to be an MC goal! In overtime. Let's see the replay. Here it comes out of the zone. It's Charlotte Lee and MC. Lee over to Conklin. Right hash marks. Fires one over the blocker of Jerry. And with 2.9 seconds to go in OT, Matea Conklin with your game winner from Charlotte Lee. Your final score here from JP Parise Arena. The Sabres 4 and the Thunderbay Queens 3 as we head over to our favorite part of the broadcast, Rockies recap. For the visiting Thunderbay Queens, the lone penalty of the contest in the third period. Number 8, Koski roughing at 8:43 of the period. Goals scored by Manila at 59.4 seconds in the first. And then Chown with the breakaway shorty at 8:16 in the third. And then Gunn with another shorty at 7:37 in the third to tie things up. For the home team in victorious Shattuck St. Mary Sabres, Molnar scoring the first one, assisted by Dylan King at 9:44 in the first. Charlotte Lee assisted by Ava Belanger at 10:13 in the second. Brooklyn Ligda at 4:16 in the second to give the go-ahead goal. And your game winner, scored by Matea Conklin, assisted by Charlotte Lee at 2.9 seconds to go in overtime. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Thank you for watching. What a season it has been of regular season hockey on Monaco Hockey Live here up in Faribault, Minnesota and around the U.S. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast for this season, and it's on the Nationals for all 8 teams of the Shattuck St. Mary Sabres. Good luck to the boys and girls teams. We hope they all come home winners. We will see you at some time in the spring. Once again, your final score here from Faribault, Minnesota. The Sabres 4 and the Thunderbay Queens 3. And as always, as we sign off for the evening, before that, folks, safe travels to all you folks headed back home for Thunderbay and anybody who was in town headed out because of the impending blizzard. And as we sign off for the evening, good night, Minnesota Lakers grandma, wherever you are.